Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. It's Mamie here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Today, I wanted to come to you and say, let's talk. Let's talk about it, y'all. I got some things on my mind and I wanted to share and get some opinions. Get some opinion. What do you think? What do you do? Are you experiencing some of these things in your life? I believe us talking together can help us get through it. I think it takes a village to raise a child, and we need one another to make it through all of these issues. So today, y'all excuse my attire. This is an old school outfit. You know, I'm old, but that's okay. But anyway, back to it. Today, I wanted to tell y'all what's on my mind. I'm going to give you the real and what's going on and ask your opinion, or maybe talk to you about some of the things you may be dealing with or how you're dealing with it, or, you know, just share. I'm just sharing today. I am sharing. And the title today is Staying in My Lane, or I'm trying to stay in my lane and dealing with adult children. Okay? Adult children. And staying in my lane. All right. So let's get into it. If you have not subscribed already, I ask if you could go ahead and subscribe. Appreciate it. It doesn't cost you a dime to support and listen, or give me some comments. Hey, let's get into this thing. Staying in my lane and dealing with adult children. Okay. I know us parents, we raised our children, a lot of our children in the 80s and 90s. That's where I'm at. And they're grown now, and they're in their own lane or in their own life, living their lives, and sometimes it feels like they don't appreciate, or sometimes we as parents, we're used to being the parents and used to them doing what we want them to do. And of course they grow up, they get their own families, and they're supposed to be adults now, and sometimes we think it should go our way. I'm talking about me thinking it should be my way. I mean, listen to me, I'm speaking, I'm still mama, but we have to learn how to let them be adults, let them deal with their own children and walk in their own lane. And remember, I done did what I was supposed to do. It's now their turn. So I'm trying to stay in my lane. Even it's hard. What about you? What do you guys think? Is it hard for you when your children make mistakes, or they come back and you trying to help them or give them some experience of how to do things, and sometimes it seems like they don't want to listen. They want to do it their way. They want to bump their heads, and you trying to keep them from bumping. As a mother hen, we want to grab their head and hold it up and don't let them hit the, don't bump your head. I got you. No, don't do this. No. Or we try to pay for things that we shouldn't be paying for. That's their responsibility now. That's what they should be handling, and we jump in and doing too much. And that's where I say trying to stay in my lane. It's my time to live my best life, and that's what I'm trying to do, y'all. But sometimes I seem to try to waddle out of my own lane into somebody else's and want to tell them or give them some more advice than perhaps they want or want to use. So, that's what I'm talking about today. Maybe I need to stay in my lane. What about y'all? Is y'all staying in y'all lane? Are you letting your children make their decisions, do what they need to do to succeed in life? Sometimes they're going to get bumps and scratches. They're going to hurt themselves, because Lord knows, when I was growing up, I didn't like to wear shoes, y'all. And I would be running around barefooted. And I think I done got stitches all over my feet, from the top to the bottom, paper. real stitches, just all kinds of stuff, because I didn't want to wear shoes, and I just never did. But my mom couldn't. I mean, she told me, and I listened sometime, but then I had to cut my foot open many a times, and had to take that whooping, the pain that I got, the stitches that I had to get, or crutches, having to be on those, or bandage it up until it healed, because I was stubborn, didn't want to listen. So I guess I can say, perhaps I need to remember, I'm done. I done did what I was supposed to do. It's their turn. They don't want to listen. They're old enough to make their own decisions, do what they need to do. And if they fall down, they gotta get up. It's hard. It's hard being a parent, no matter. You never stop being a parent. You never stop. But you do have to learn how to get in your lane, how to mind your own business. I be wanting us to, vacation and travel and do things together. And a lot of times I'll step forth and I'll start making plans and everything. And sometimes they just don't want to. And sometimes they do. I try to always say, what do you want to do? And ask. But sometimes I got to learn how to stay in my lane. How's it going with you guys? Is raising children easy for you? When they've, once they get a certain age, they make up their own minds and they can tell you no. But I guess in my day, with my mom, it was no such thing as no. If the answer was no, we tried to curve it, fix it up, fix that no up for my mom, because we just didn't tell my mama no. Today, in this world, I noticed that a whole lot of children are telling their mama no. Grown and not grown, And those are just words you just didn't use, and it's kind of hard, this change, The world is changing. It's changing in so many different ways, and I know I still have an old school mentality, and I feel that way, but I don't know if I'm going to change that. I still believe you shouldn't be telling your mom no, unless you really got, I still think you need to fix that no up. You know what I mean? The answer may be no, but you need to, I just feel like if your mom asks you for something, you should do it. That's the way I was raised, and that's what's in me. And when I'm told no, it ain't easy to swallow, y'all. Then I'm feeling some type of way, but I do get over it, and I do move on. Because you know what? Family is family. Your children are your children. Your mother is your mother. Your father is your father. You respect them, love them, even if you have to tell them no. If we're overcrowding you or, doing too much, sometimes we do too much, then we got to fall back and say, get back here. It's your turn. It's their turn to be the parents, or, they don't have to depend on you. I mean, my mom, would always tell me, and dad would always tell me, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. That means you got to get in your own home and do what you need to do. In their home, I didn't try to tell them what to do. Once I got out, wasn't no going back. I mean, my parents would always try to help me. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't want to go back because I knew my mom and dad rules was what they were. I had to follow them in their home. It didn't matter how old I was, because like I said, I didn't believe in telling my mom no, no mom, no, I'm not going to do this. That wasn't, She asked and we did. Dad told you something, and that's just what it was. But today's world, I don't know what's wrong with these kids, y'all. I be reminding them, where you get that from? I didn't teach you that. Really? Is it no to me? I get an attitude and everything, and then I got to fix it up. You better fix that thing up, Fix it up. Why? Why are you telling me no? Really? I mean, fix it up, I believe we just have to be careful, learn how to get in our lane, let grown folks be grown, let them do their thing in a respectable way. We need to be respectful to one another. You have to respect your children, and it's part of, it's just part of the transition in life. When they grow up, they have their own minds, they do their own things, and we respect them. Don't ask things that you wouldn't want to be asked as an adult. That's something I have to work on. But all this taking and not appreciating that's going on in the world with a lot of these young adults, just not showing respect. That's not tolerated. That's when I need you to get over there, and I'm going to stay over here, because I demand respect. I demand respect. I think all of us parents, if you've done the best that you could do, and you've provided for your child, raised your child, you did for your child, and you still will. And I know we still want to do for them. But, some years ago, I started praying to God. I just say, Lord, help me not to enable my children. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to do so much for them that they don't do for themselves. That for them to depend on me and expect me to do it. And that's where I think we as, parents sometimes fall short when we are doing too much. Your child is an adult, you got to let them take care of their bill, pay their bills. You got to let them do what an adult is supposed to do. It's not up to you to find their way for them. We shouldn't still be paying their rent or mortgage or insurances. That's not what we're supposed to teach our children, and they're supposed to learn how to do themselves. In my life, I just felt like if I don't have money to do some things, extra little stuff, I don't like asking nobody for anything anyway, like money and stuff and borrowing. I'll go without. I'm going to make it through it until maybe my next paycheck or, whatever I got to do. But that's not what I want to do. I never ran asking my mom, can I borrow? No. I learned how to make do until my next paycheck or whatever I had to do if I was running tight. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with asking, but when you have made it a regular thing that you're doing, and that's not what we're supposed to do. We are not supposed to run to our children's rescue every time, they want to go buy some Jordans. I just say Jordans because I got boys, or my stepdaughter, or they want to go buy some Jordans, and the Jordans costing $300, but you only had $350, so you're going to go get them Jordans and you only got the $50 to last you until your next paycheck. No, you don't do that. That's not teaching them right. No. You save your money till you can afford them Jordans. You can afford them. Not for me to go and buy them for them because they wanted them. If it's a Christmas gift or a gift or something like that, or a birthday gift or something like that, or just a special gift sometime. But habits is what I'm talking about. Bad habits. Let's not enable our children. And when I'm talking to you saying that, I'm talking to myself too. We can be making the problem by being and doing too much. That's when I say, stay in your lane. Let them see what it is. Let them realize how they have to make a way. how they have to figure it out. Life may not be easy, but it shouldn't be hard all the time. If we're doing, if we're sad or we're getting a result that we don't want, an answer that we don't want, we got to do something different. We have to change. We have to, like I said, about them Jordans, save your money. Make a plan. Maybe I'm going to get them in 2 months. Put so much back each check. Just plan. Don't make it so easy for them. Don't make it so hard for yourself, because we're setting patterns. We are setting patterns. Now I can be mad at him, or my child, or her, can be mad at them. But what good is that? If I created that monster, Lord have mercy. Now I'm mad. Y'all help. Yes, Lord. So I'm just talking about me. I'm talking about me getting in my lane, and I hope you understand that you need to get in your lane too. Okay? So, today, let's take a lesson and learn how to get in our lane. Let's let our children be those adults that they're supposed to be. Let's mind our own business. Sometimes we get in other people's lanes, by minding their business, and Lord knows we are not supposed to be doing all that. Somebody can talk to you and you can give them your opinion. Give them your opinion and let it go. When you give them your opinion that they asked for, that's what you're supposed to do. But you ain't got to demand that they take your advice and get mad at them because they don't. We all got to figure this thing out. We got to figure it out. We got to love one another, and we got to figure it out. We got to do what we got to do, and hopefully we learn that we don't continue to make the same mistakes, that we don't continue to make the same mistakes, and we can help one another and show one another and teach one another how to get through it, how to stay in your lane, be loving and kind. You may not get the best results when you do. Try to stay in your lane or not get over involved. They may get mad at you, but that's okay. If they really love you, they'll get over it. They'll realize one day that wasn't for you. You need to do that on your own. It ain't for me to make it easy for you. Okay? I can help you, but am I hindering? Am I enabling you to be a better person? Okay? Because they may have to teach that to the next generation, to the next person. So today we just talk about staying in your lane. Y'all, are you in your lane? I'm trying to stay in mine. Well, thank you so much for joining me here today. We won't go on. We'll leave that there. Stay in your lane, people. But thank you so much for joining me here today. If you have not hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? It don't cost you a dime. Okay? Hit that like and share, and we will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.